How would you like to know about a strategy that can help you get through your day and end it on a high note, even the difficult and challenging and the stressful days? That would be useful to know, right? Well, that's what you will be learning about in today's talk. So stay tuned to learn more. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Growth Philosophy Podcast, a bite-sized weekly podcast focusing on empowering you to think better and upgrade your life. So let's talk about negativity and how to deal with it so that it does not overtake your whole day, and how you can put in place a strategy that can help you deal with even the most unpleasant and stressful of days and make your life at least a bit more easy. But let's deal with an unavoidable truth first. And it is this: negativity cannot be completely avoided. It just can't be. We humans have an innate negativity bias. It's easy for us to focus on the bad things going on around us. It's not comforting, it's not nice, and it can be incredibly stressful. But yet, it is an internal programming that is hardwired in our brains. Yes, negativity cannot be completely avoided, but there is light at the end of this tunnel. There is light at the end of this tunnel because you can be positive. We can all be positive and make negativity take a back seat. You absolutely can, and you should. It's just important to remember that positivity takes effort and needs to be a conscious choice. It's easy to unconsciously choose negativity, so positivity needs to be a conscious choice. And by consciously choosing positivity, you can override the negativity bias and put yourself in the driving seat of your mind and your life. On that note, I'm going to talk about something today that can help you deal with that innate negativity bias. A strategy that can help you get through even challenging days and make your life at least a bit more pleasant and easy. It's what I call the high note principle. Want to hear about it? Great, then here it is. Give yourself something to look forward to at the end of the day. Give yourself something, at least one thing, to look forward to at the end of the day. I'm going to give you an example of what I mean. So I was having a bit of a meh day the other day. You know what I'm talking about? I'm sure you have had meh days. So I had a bit of a meh day. And so the night before, I had a bout of insomnia. And lack of sleep can be exhausting, as I'm sure some of you know. So there I was, tired and not really in the mood for doing much or facing the day, and then it suddenly occurred to me that I had an interesting dish to look forward to for dinner that night. That's it. That was really all it took. That thought, that anticipation, was enough to make me feel good and made it easier for me to deal with the day. But having a dinner to look forward to is not the only thing I have in place. I do other things too. I usually have breakfast experiments pretty much on a daily basis that I'm looking forward to every morning. So that's something I have to look forward to. Then there's my list of movies and shows to watch at the end of the day. Friends to connect to, interesting things to learn, and so on. Now that I think about it, I actually have a pretty good pipeline in place of things to look forward to at the end of my day, or even throughout the day. Clearly, my subconscious realized the importance of doing this even before my conscious mind got up to that fact. Because even though this was a fairly recent realization for me, I had actually been doing this for a while. But now that I'm aware of it, and the benefits of having things to look forward to, I will be doing more towards this. And you can do the same thing in your own life. It's not hard to do, by the way, to put in place things that make you look forward to the end of your day. In fact, often it's pretty simple and easy to do, as my examples before will demonstrate. It is simple to do and easy, and it is good for you. So it goes without saying that it is a smart idea for you to consider putting things like that in place. especially when you take into account the fact that doing this, that is having things to look forward to, can make even your hard days more bearable and easier to get through. Having something to look forward to can, without a doubt, make your life easier to deal with. You've heard the saying about how all is well that ends well, right? Well, that is a pretty accurate statement. Whoever said that knew what they were talking about. It is because of this high note principle that movies with good endings get a better rating, in general, than those that don't. You have experienced this yourself, by the way, so you know how true it is that movies with a good ending make an impact, a positive impact, and leave you feeling good and excited and so on. It's not just movies that this principle of high note endings apply to. Even in our personal lives, this plays a big role. It is mainly because of this reason why going to bed angry is a bad idea, because the bad ending to your day can loom like a dark cloud over your head and make the next day harder for you to deal with. This is also why ending meetings, both professional and social, on a high note is so important and makes such an impact. Contrary to popular belief, the first impression is not the only one that counts. The last impression is important too. But this principle of ending on a high note is just as true for movies and other things as it is for ending your own day. It makes your life easier and nicer when you end your day on a high note. On the other hand, if your day ends on a low note, it becomes harder to face life and deal with any challenges and obstacles. So do yourself a favor. Make your life easier, happier, and less stressful by giving yourself something to look forward to every day. You can, of course, do this more often than just once a day. You can have something to look forward to several times in a day, planning something for different times of your day. You can even plan something big to look forward to, something more long-term that you can enjoy in days, weeks, or even months from now. I'll give you another example from my own life. So every week, I have one day I really look forward to, no matter what, and that's my cheat day. That's a big one that I'm looking forward to every week, without fail, as on that day I can indulge on anything I want. I'm a bit of a foodie, as some of you know, so that is a great thing for me to look forward to, and makes it easier for me to eat healthier and cut back on the unhealthy stuff for the rest of the week. So there are lots of benefits to it. And most people have things like that too. For instance, most people look forward to things like new episodes of their favorite shows, meeting friends or family members, their paydays, and even the big yearly events like birthdays, anniversaries, and festivities like Christmas. The point is, you can do all that and more. You now understand how the high note principle works, so you can apply it to your own life however you want, and as frequently as you see fit. It's your life after all, so you call the shots. But here is my suggestion. At the very least, have one thing to look forward to at the end of your day, every day. It doesn't need to be big. As my own examples earlier showed, even something as simple as having something nice to eat later, or friends to meet or connect with, or even having favorite shows to watch later can do the trick. What you choose is totally up to you, as only you know what will work for you. But you have some general ideas now to get your own idea meal going. The concept for the high note principle is simple. Give yourself something to look forward to at the end of your day. How you implement it, how often, or what you incorporate depends on what works for you. On any given day, I generally have about 4 or 5 things that I'm looking forward to. Sometimes there are more, sometimes less. It is very, very doable, and you can do it fairly simply in your own life. In fact, I'm going to make the practice of the high note principle even more easy and actionable for you, with something that I'd like you to try right now. So here is what I'd like you to do. Grab your phone and open up the Notes app. If you don't have your phone or prefer taking notes on paper, just grab a pen and paper. Now, write down at least 3 things you can easily do that will make you look forward to the end of your day. It can be as simple as having a nice dinner to look forward to, or meeting or connecting with a close friend, watching your favorite show, playing your favorite game. You get the idea. It can be pretty much anything and everything. Just pick 3 things that make you feel good, things that you would look forward to, things that you would anticipate, things that you would be excited about. Simply list 3 things right now. Don't think about it too much. Just note down the first ideas that come to mind. I'll give you a few seconds to jot down your ideas. Done? Great. Now, use this list to spark off even more ideas throughout the day, and list any and all the ideas you get. These will act as your ideas list for creating your own high note pipeline, which you can then decide to set up as much or as little as you want. You already know how this is good for you, so it is time to set this up. It is simple to do and can have positive impact on your life. It can seriously improve your life, so it is definitely something that you should do. So before we end today, one quick last reminder for you. As well as brainstorming and coming up with ideas for your own high note pipeline, don't forget to set something up for later today. Set something up, no matter how small, so that you have at least one thing to look forward to at the end of your day today. I sincerely hope that you found this talk useful and that you have at least one thing that you took away from this talk that can help you improve your life. If you have any questions or suggestions or even ideas for future topics, feel free to send them to me. The links are in the description. I look forward to having you all listen in again next week. Same place, same time. Until then, remember to take care of yourself and have at least one thing to look forward to at the end of your day. Alright everyone, have a great week.